After some technical difficulties, we are here in Kentwood, bringing you the Jenison Kentwood baseball game. To update you, Amato grounded out to third base, and Steve Ellenboss walked. Counts 2-2 to Reed Bogart. Lance Adams on the mound for the Kentwood Falcons. Full count, Reed Bogart. There's one out. Bogart's the third hitter of today's afternoon game. It's supposed to be a doubleheader. Tom Grant. Grant has been absolutely on fire this year, batting .391, 26 RBIs. As we have a courtesy runner, number 23, Jason Zimba for Steve Ellenboss. Shot down the line, foul. Tom Grant currently has 3 home runs in 24 games this year. Jenison is 20 wins and 4 losses in 24 games. Currently are in first place in the OK Red. Adams is set. Shot in between second and shortstop and third. That's going to be first and second with two outs. Brings up number 35, Matt Senior. Senior is currently hitting .246 with 6 home runs this year. .15 RBIs. Good curveball by Adams, just low. Ball 1 to Matt Senior. As we're running a little bit short-handed today, we're getting some, there we go. Getting some improvements on today's technicalities today. Our van was in the shop, so we're using a loaner van to this afternoon. as we keep cutting in and out on the sound here. Counts 1-1 to senior, I believe. Shot behind the catcher, foul ball. I don't know if you guys heard me not earlier, but it's senior is batting .246 with 6 home runs and 15 RBIs this year in 24 games. Adams steps off. Jason Zimba's causing Lance Adams have a few problems over on the pitcher's mound today. He's worried about him. This game's supposed to be a doubleheader. There goes Zimba. Ball 4 to senior. So I was wrong on the count. So base is loaded for Mike Geddes. Geddes is the 6th hitter this afternoon. Good pitch there by Lance Adams. A little bit breezy day here in East Kentwood High School. Geddes currently has 6 home runs and is hitting .273. Ball outside. Strike 2 to Geddes, as I am joined by my tag team partner, John DeVries here.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
A little tired, but you know.
Yeah, nice sunny day out here.
Yeah, it is. Got my shades. I'm ready to go. Did you bring the suntan lotion though?
No, normally I tan pretty good, so.
Being a redhead.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's called tanning and not burning?
No, normally I'm not red, so.
No? Okay.
No. Sometimes I get a little red, but.
All right. Explain to everybody what I'm trying to figure out. I think I've got it figured out. You had mentioned that Jenison is 20 games win and 20 games or 4 games lost.
Yes.
They currently sit in first place, right?
Yes.
In the OK Red.
Yes, they have 2 losses.
This is a
2
doubleheader.
losses. Yes.
Who is in second?
All right. Kentwood is currently in 2nd place as Geddes strikes out. No damage is done in the 1st inning, and we go to the bottom of the 1st, 0-0.
Okay, explain this.
Jenison is in 1st place right now.
Yes.
Granville is currently 1 game behind Jenison. Kentwood is currently 1 game behind Jenison.
Okay.
If Kentwood loses today, one game, Jenison automatically wins the OK Red. That would be their 9th straight. And if Jenison loses 1 game, wins 1 and loses 1, Jenison and Granville would be co-champions.
If Granville wins their games.
If Granville wins their doubleheader this afternoon against Holland.
But in all reality, Granville would technically win it because they won the head-to-head matchup.
No,
or did they tie?
They tied at
They
1
tied.
game apiece.
So the whole
Jenison beat Granville 8-4 the 1st game. Then we did the game where Jenison lost to Granville. I believe it was 9-7.
Well, at least they won at each other's home field.
And then and Kentwood could still tie with Granville this afternoon as well. Kentwood would have to win both games of this doubleheader.
And
then they would tie with Granville as well.
They would at least tie.
I don't know what
or at least win because Granville would if Granville wins. Let's go through the starting lineups for the Falcons of East Kentwood. Leading off and playing in left field is Adam Winstrom. Winstrom is in left. The second baseman is batting second and that is Mike Lenhertz. Lenhertz is at second. Third batter in the lineup goes to, his name is, there it is, Vance Nardin. Nardin is your catcher behind the plate. Your cleanup batter is your third baseman, Kyle Hollemans. Nichols bats fifth. His first name is Ben Nichols. He's in right field.
Bagging Nichols.
Bagging Nichols. Batting seventh. We'll get to that after that first pitch there. Batting seventh, doing the DHing is Scott Perrin, I believe, and he is batting for the pitcher, which is Lance Adams. 2-0 the count. The batting seventh in the lineup is the first baseman. Where is he on here? He's not on. No, that's the DH. Becker is the seventh batter in the lineup, but we don't have a first name on him.
It could be Dave Danello. Let's see if Danello's playing.
No.
Nope. No. Danello was taking warm-ups with some other kid at first.
Batting eighth is Joe Yipma.
Yipma.
He's the shortstop. And batting ninth in center field is
Jeremy Smith.
Jeremy Smith.
As we have some nice Jenison fans traveling all the way out to Kentwood.
Windstrom.
That's out of play.
That one. Heads up in the golf cart. Missed him completely.
I think the count's 3-1. 3-1.
I think it's full now.
Oh, full?
Yeah. I believe there's been 2 strikes.
Grant is the pitcher for Jenison this afternoon. That's a drive to right field. Recovering nicely. As who's playing right field today?
I missed that number.
That's right.
It's a good job out and right, though, without a doubt.
Now, how about the plans of the house?
That'll bring up the second batter, Mike Lawrence.
Who's playing right field?
Lenhertz, excuse me.
You know his number?
And he looks at a strike. Joe Becker is, I see, I was on the wrong page. Lenhertz is currently batting, where is that?
Ball high to Leonard's.
Lenhertz is batting .362 on the year for Kentwood.
Caught the outside corner. Good pitch by Mr. Grant there.
I believe it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh. A little bit off of my...
That's all right.
Doing
I got you covered.
Doing some other activities.
There's a base hit into right by Lenhertz.
Good attempt by Austin Amato there. Just couldn't come up with the ball. Amato's normally the center fielder playing second in place of Adam Wells this afternoon. Maybe they're saving Adam Wells for the second game.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting scenarios that could happen today.
And it's getting close to districts.
This is these are the last games of the tournament, or not the tournament, but for the OK Red today, actually.
On the mound for Jenison with 7 wins and 2 losses is Tom Grant. He's got a 1.64 ERA. There's a drive center field.
Good catch by Drew Jenison out there. Poor Grant has both the losses for Jenison this year. Granville rallied off him to beat him in the first game, and then lost to Grand Haven.
Other stats on Tom Grant. Excuse me.
It's all right.
22 runs allowed, earned runs, and he's given up 11, and struck out 56 batters. Fouled off.
Foul off Allenboss's helmet to Vance. No, this is Kyle Hollemans, isn't it? Yes, Hollemans.
Nardin. Oh, yes. Allemans. No, it didn't fly it out.
Yes.
To center.
There goes our sheet.
I'll go get it. I just happened to notice it's going to help us when, oh, thank you very much, Alan. Our director, Alan Dodds.
Another fly ball to Jenison out there. Caught easily. Well, after any inning of play, it's 0-0. Jenison threatened a couple times, and Kentwood had Lenartz on first. But that ends the rally, so at the end of one, it's 0-0.
17-6.
And one. They have to make up. They have to make up with their game with Rockford yet.
Oh. So
That's the 1-1 in the 8th inning right now. Great ball game going on there.
Interesting. 17-6-1, but they put it up as a win.
There's a computer misprint today.
Oh,
So-called
sure.
misprint.
Is it a computer misprint or is it a Coach Butler misprint?
He said the computer spit it out as the 18th win today.
Oh.
See, Tuesday, the Falcons were supposed to play Grand Haven. Due to some circumstances, no, there's no rain on Tuesday. Actually, they probably think it was raining, but Grand Haven had to forfeit. They didn't. They had some coach problem up there, and they ended up forfeiting the game. So they have not actually played since last Friday, so they could save all their pitching for Jenison this afternoon. Jenison, of course, made up their game with Grand Haven on Monday, winning it. And then they played again Tuesday. Huh?
They managed to get it in?
Yeah.
The rain? Wow.
Then they played again Tuesday against Holland, went 14 innings. Jenison won. They were down 7-5 in the 7th inning, and Amato hit a 2-run homer to tie it. 14 innings.
First batter of the inning, Chris Morris. Chris Morris, number 28.
I believe that's Chris playing right field this afternoon.
Okay. Wow, did you see that swing and that pitch? It looked like a fastball, but he was way out in front on that swing.
Morris, of course, is only a sophomore this year. Playing varsity level. It shows you how good Chris Morris really is. Drew Jenison's also a sophomore playing varsity.
Versus right here. Chris Morris is a .324 batting average.
And that's a rope to left field.
And that's how he shows that why he's a sophomore on the varsity level and why he's batting .324. He's 2 for 2 in stolen base category.
Next up for Jenison is number 32, Steve Smith. Smith is a lefty playing first today, so.
.273 with 2 home runs on the year, and wow, way down here to do that. 8 runs batted in.
Steve is the 8th hitter in this afternoon's ball game. That looked pretty good.
Brad Kloosterman in the on-deck circle. The stats are correct. Jenison is, as a team, is batting an even .300.
Good sacrifice bunt by Steve there. Gets the runner to second, gets the force out at first.
Beautiful bunt up the line. Hits that. He hits that a little bit harder. It's a base hit.
Great sacrifice by Steve there. Get the runner to second, put him in scoring position for number 27, Brad Kloosterman.
Kloosterman with 1 home run and 4 runs batted in. Jenison team has hit 27 home runs on the year. 2 players lead the team with 6. Mike Geddes and Matt Sr.
Most of those probably coming at Jenison.
Who was the one that we saw?
We saw Tom Grant.
That was Grant's
Yes,
home run?
that was to right center field. Shows you the power on the junior.
One big difference between this field and Jenison's field is basically the outfield fence. Take a look at the outfield fence in the background there. That looks to be a good, what, 9 feet high?
Yes. I always loved playing at Kentwood. Did my best hitting here. I don't know if I want to get it high enough to go over or just, I don't know what the deal is here.
To hit it off the fence.
Exactly.
You hit it off the fence, you're guaranteed a double pretty much.
That's a good poke out there. The center fielder, Jeremy Smith, he has some good wheels. He can, if it hangs up there high enough, he can run that down.
The outfield and the foul grounds here at Kentwood are pretty wide, much wider than Jenison's, probably about 3 times as wide between the foul line and the fence down the lines. Take a look at it there. Also much interesting the way they are playing Kloosterman. Huge gaps in, huge holes in the gaps pretty much. Left and right field playing the lines.
Playing them straight up. Not favored.
Straight up.
Yeah, they're not favoring towards the left or right side. Maybe they just don't know Brad, so gotta get him a first at bat to see what he does.
Well, he's only had 25 at-bats on the year.
Good curveball by Adams. That's 2 outs.
That's 3 straight pitches that, or that's 3 strike pitches that Kloosterman's been way ahead of it. Who is that on the mound for them?
Junior Lance Adams. Brings up the first hitter, Austin Amato. Amato grounded out his first at bat to Kyle Holloman's. I don't know if we were on air then or not, so I think we're having some technical difficulties there.
We got it all worked out. Want to thank A&B Color Video for the use of their van. A&B Color Video and run.
They intentionally walk Austin Amato to get the number 18 Steve Ellenboss.
That's interesting move.
Ellenboss walked in his first at bat.
You wanted to. A&B Color Video, of course, is owned and run by our WCT station manager, Alan Dodds. Give him a call at 457-9494. Do weddings, recitals, just about anything you want. Use of their truck or their van is here because our station's truck is temporarily
Out of commission.
out of commission. I want to say like incapacitated, but I'm not sure that's the right word. But nonetheless, have no fear. We'll get it fixed and back and running. Hopefully, we can bring you. We still have one more game to go.
Hudsonville, Jenison at Hudsonville.
That one should be a great non-conference game too. I believe that'll end the year, won't it?
Yes.
Shouldn't that
I believe
end
it's the
the day before? It's the
23rd.
Next
Tuesday, Wednesday?
today we are. Today's date is Friday the 18th
18th
of May, and next Wednesday is the 23rd. That's when we will do that.
He's got no graphics, so try to mention the score more.
All right.
No score. Fly ball.
That's going to get out of play,
That's
I think.
wow.
Got a lot of run to room here.
That looked like it may have been slicing straight from the start. So due to this ban, there will be some things that we cannot do that we had the capability of doing at CET's station truck. One of those is the score, so we'll do our best to keep you updated on that.
Did I just say run to room?
Run to room?
Yeah. I think I just said
Yes.
run to room.
Yes, you did. There's
Room
enough
to run.
Run to room.
Yeah. Roaming around. As Ellenboss, the strategy for Coach Butler pays off. intentionally walking Austin Amato to bring Ellenboss up, and Ellenboss strikes out, so no damage is done.
I think he wanted to say roaming room.
Yeah.
See, but that's a lot more difficult to say than run room.
Yeah, sometimes I stumble across words. Happens to the best.
Hey, haven't seen the WTP today. Yet.
Not yet. There's there's no dirt out there, so
So there is no, at Kentwood,
there's
no such thing as WTP?
there's still warning track power, but it has to hit the fence, I think, before it's considered warning track.
Or they've got to catch it
Yeah.
when they're sitting in the warning. Okay.
Yeah, right across the.
If you want to stay informed of what's happening in your community, then your Grand Valley Advance newspaper is what you've been looking for. This weekly newspaper is packed full of area news stories, sports, syndicated columns, recipes, classified ads, announcements, display advertisements, coupons, and of course, garage sales in the community. Your courteous delivery person cheerfully brings your Grand Valley newspaper every Tuesday, and WCET would like to thank the Grand Valley Advance for their support through the years. The Grand Valley Advance is your weekly community newspaper.
He's in it with Harry Carey since,
Any
I think since Harry came over.
I
from
believe
those
that's
Sox,
right.
Which would have been 1982, I believe.
He helped Chip Carey out in his first year. Showed him the ropes and everything.
Yep.
Maybe bring him back for a little seventh inning stretch.
Chip Carey actually sang the seventh inning stretch in the May 17th ball game.
Brings up number 31 for the Falcons, Ben Nichols.
Ben Nichols looks like one of their most popular pitchers. He's their reliever on this team.
Played baseball with Ben. Outstanding kid to hang around. He's always positive and good person to play with. Made everything exciting.
Ben Nichols batting .468. And that's not because he's not played a lot. It's because he has played a lot. 62 at-bats. Scored 20 runs. He's 29 of 62.
Walks him on 4 straight pitches.
Guy scored 20 runs, and I don't think you really want to walk him. Especially seeing as how he's 3 for 3 in stolen base categories. I wonder if they have the stat I'm looking for here.
Thrown out?
Yeah,
Is that what
Steve Ellenboss. We don't have a stat here that says.
Might be on the second page.
Is that putouts? Wouldn't be considered putouts, would it?
I don't believe so. That's a chopper.
That's
It's off his foot.
so it's foul ball.
They call it foul, they call him out.
Oh, I think they automatically called him out.
They called him out. They said the ball did not hit his foot.
It's a good play though over at third by
Senior. Good awareness just to throw the ball just in case. Moves Nichols up to second base though, so it doesn't hurt all that much. I don't know if his foot actually got hit or if he was just trying to act, so. I didn't know if it hit in front of home plate or what, so.
Now, going back to what we were talking about the a while back, that is, about the position, the teams. You mentioned to me before this broadcast that the game, they really don't have to play that second game if Jenison wins.
They really don't have to, because with one Jenison win, they would win the OK Red Conference outright.
They will.
Yes.
They will. Okay.
We wouldn't have to televise it if we didn't want to,
Oh,
because
okay.
we would know the outcome already.
Okay.
As Becker strikes out.
And let's hope that our luck with Jenison isn't the same. In
Yes.
terms of bad luck. Of course, we're 0 for 1 with Jenison this year. And we're 1-0 with Granville. We're 1-0 with Calvin. We're 2-0 with Calvin Christian and
1-0 with
They
Unity
played one
Christian.
game. Unity played one game?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're 0-1 with Unity. They lost
Oh,
at
that's right.
Capitol Hills. So let's turn this
Ball one to
record
Yitma.
around.
Joe Yitma. Big swing by Yitma.
Yipma batting .308 on the year with no home runs and 3 runs batted in 39 plate appearances. Well, 39 official at-bats, let's call it. Wow. Good-looking pitches by both teams. Do you expect this kind of a game?
Oh,
from these two teams?
with Jenison in first and Kentwood in second, close, real close. There's game separates them, so I expect a pitching duel, and that's what we've got for the first 2 innings. Both teams have threatened so far. Fly ball center field. Amato calling it. Put out by Austin Amato.
That's the advantage of having a center fielder play second base. It's almost a guarantee that he's going to catch pop-ups, and he's going to take control in that infield.
Both teams have threatened so far this afternoon and yet to put a run across the board.
Both teams have gotten runners on second, right?
Jenison actually had the bases loaded in the first inning. Then
Oh,
they got out of it.
Yep.
Then last inning, they had a guy on second base, first and second. And Kentwood managed to get out of that one, so the opportunities have been there. So Kentwood has left 2 on so far, and Jenison's left 5 on.
And we played 2 innings, no score. Talking to you last night, you had mentioned something about Gary Cook telling you not to come to this game.
Yeah,
Because we
little bit
did good.
superstitious.
Yes.
Well, they had a big lead against Granville. Granville just chipped away at it.
Yeah.
And
They-
ended up winning the game.
Yeah, Jenison got their runs in chunks. Granville got their runs like really how you're supposed to get your runs.
Yes.
One at a time.
Jenison had I believe, a 3-run homer by Grant in the first inning, and I know they were up 6-2 and 7-3. So
Seems so long ago, though.
yeah. So they had their opportunities. First hitter is Reed Bogard starting things off for Jenison.
It'll be followed by Grant.
And Matt Sr.
Bogard, 347 hitter coming in. He's already, what, 0 for 1?
Yeah, struck out his first at bat.
Jenison is just way ahead in the pitch.
Shows you that they're not picking up that curveball right out of his hand.
They're not picking up the fastball out of his hand either.
Good
A little
fastball is
too
complemented
anxious.
by the great curveball. I believe it counts 2-1 to Bogard.
Other way around.
It's 2-1.
He put
2 and
this
1.
one up. This is
This
strikes.
is ball.
Oh, that's ball. I'll get it one of these days. I knew
That's a
it.
shot by Bogard, right center field. Smith's all over that one though. Good poke by Reed Bogard, but knowing the speed of Smith, he ran that down pretty easily.
Great hitting by both teams. Just
That was a line shot.
yeah. The only problem is you
Right
hit
at
it
him.
Yeah, right at him.
Brings it- yeah.
Tom
Bring-
Grant. 3 home runs on the year with
A single today.
26 runs batted in to lead the team. Reed Bogard, second on the team. Your leadoff batter is third. How is that possible?
Clutch hits at clutch times.
Austin Amato, 21 RBIs with 14 of 16 in stolen bases. That's pretty good, too, for
Yep.
Austin.
I'm surprised he even caught him.
But Austin's not up. Let's talk about Tom Grant. 391, batting average, slugging of 623.
That's a shot.
Up run, Grant.
I believe that's who's playing shortstop.
That
Let's see
is
here.
Ipma.
Yipma. I was going to say Torres, but it's Joe Yitma. Bobbled the ball a little, but stuck with it. Got the out at first. Won't go as an error. See, that goes in as an error if bobbles it and he gets on first, so.
Yeah.
Brings up Matt Sr. He walked in his first at bat. Ooh, little chin music there.
I didn't hear the music, did you? Decided to play some notes and not some baseball. Oh, good curve.
Adams is on fire so far.
You're a former pitcher. Define the difference between a breaking ball and a curve.
A breaking ball could be anything. It could be a changeup, a split finger, a slider, anything that breaks. A curveball.
Yeah, but a curveball.
A curveball is just supposed to be in the dirt naturally. A slider doesn't. It's a breaking ball, but it's like a fastball. It just slides across the zone. So it's considered a breaking ball, but a curveball is supposed to be down in the dirt.
But how can you tell? I guess my question is how can you tell the difference by watching? That's what I've always wondered. Because to me, a breaking ball looks like a curveball. Unless it's...
See, I think that was a changeup right there.
Truck. Little pass.
I believe that was a changeup.
Yeah, except when you see the... I guess it just goes back to the...
When you see the break.
Of the difference between a change ball, because wouldn't a changeup break?
That's going to get the truck. No, it's not just right.
I mean, a changeup would eventually break.
Yes.
Then why is it considered a breaking ball? What signifies the difference between the breaking ball and, say, a changeup or a curveball? You know, I guess that's one thing I was kind of confused about, and I didn't.
That's a pop-up.
Holy cow, that's close
really
to
high.
us.
That's to the fence. Oh, great put-out by Narden. Feeling the dugout a little bit. Still manages to hang on to that baseball. Tough play by Vance.
Stuck with it, with the wind blowing back towards us.
Well, after 2.5, it's still 0-0. That was a good 1-2-3 inning by Kentwood.
Game's going by quick.
Yes, that's unusual for Jenison.
It's going by about as quick as the Kentwood Hills Unity Christian game.
That was a pitching duel as well.
2-0, right?
Yes.
Oi. Don't want that to fall.
I happened to catch the Tiger game last night.
Yeah.
Hometown hero, Robert Fick. He's my hero. Went 3 for 4, 4 RBIs, and a home run.
I'll tell you why he would be. What I like about Fick, or the memory I will probably always
Grand
have,
slam.
is the last home run hit in Tiger Stadium was a grand slam.
Fick is my hero after that brawl in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Weaver.
Yes.
If I ever get in a fight, I want those two guys on my side, without a doubt.
The only weakness Detroit has is their pitching. They had a 3-0 lead yesterday, and the Orioles took a 4-3 lead. But thanks to Mr. Fick, Tigers were able to pull out 7-5.
And they got rid of that losing streak.
That could drop. No, it's
Nope.
hanging up there just enough. Good put up by Jenison, who underhanded to Motto.
Jenison, the player, not.
Yes, Drew
And,
Jenison.
well, it kind of does double time that way. Good put
Jenison
out by
up
Jenison.
a bat. Yeah.
You know, Jenison,
Jenison batting.
good put out by the team, Jenison, and the player, Jenison. Drew. Wasn't there a Drew that played 2 years ago? I thought his name was Drew Jenison, but no, it was
There's Drew a couple years ago.
Vincent.
Vinton.
That's who I'm thinking.
Vinton. Drew Vinton.
Yeah.
He graduated like 95, I believe, 94.
That's where I remember it. Drew
Yeah.
from. That was my brother's year.
Brings up the leadoff hitter, Winstrom.
Mr. Wait. I don't know if you knew this, but Mr. Butler, coach for Kentwood, is a resident of Jenison.
I did not know this.
Yeah, he lives right down the road from my parents' house. And his son played for Jenison. I think he was a 96 or a 95 graduate, something like that. Son was a left-hander.
Must have hung it high on that one. That looked awfully good.
So Coach Butler is a Jenison.
That must feel odd. Your
It is.
son playing against your dad.
It is.
Player at Jenison going against your coach dad.
Oh,
Great stop. Gets the port out at first. Great play by Matt Sr.
That's considered an assist for Matt Sr., right?
I believe so.
That would be number
5 to
25.
3, so.
That would be number 25. I just haven't done a lot of scorekeeping, so I'm not.
I'm a little bit rusty on it too, so.
I'm not 100% sure. I used to know all this, and I could tell you, bam, just like that.
Brings up Lenartz. Lenartz or Lenartz?
I'm saying Leonard's.
All right, we'll say Lenartz.
It's not quite Len Hurts, but you switch the H in the end.
Yeah. Right down the middle.
So this is
Leonard's got a single last time up, so.
the only hit, right? For Kentwood?
Let me see here. So far, yes.
Jenison's had how many hits? 2?
Let's see here. 1.
What's that? What did Morris do?
Yeah, 2.
2 hits?
Yeah, 2 hits. That could have been a strike if Ellenboss catch the ball. No chance to frame it, so ump has to say it was low.
When you didn't pitch, what position did you play?
Third, first, and outfield. Fly ball.
On the
Amato should have this. Good play.
Grant was confident because he took off for the dugout.
All right. So, after 3 innings, we're still scoreless with Kentwood 1 hit, Jenison 2.
Great pitching matchup between the two teams.
Adams and Grant. Top of the 4th inning already. We've been here 48 minutes, 46 minutes.
Hey, maybe we'll get the first game in before I have to leave. Leading off will be Geddes. He'll be followed by Morris and then Steve Smith. Those are the scheduled batters, but it is the 4th, so you never know. They could, knowing Cook, substitution.
Get a pitch hitter or pitch runner every now and then. Yeah.
But I would believe that
He likes to play the
game,
percentages a lot, though, so that's good.
But I also think that, or I would believe that in a game of this importance, he would probably stick with these 9.
Well, I know
as
that
far as they can go.
I know Zimba is pitch running for Ellenboss.
So you have the courtesy
you
runner.
have the you have the courtesy runner to save your catcher's legs, but we have not. I don't think Grant had a pitch runner for him. I don't believe he did.
No, I don't think he did either. If he did, he snuck in, and the fact that I wasn't here when it was first inning.
Yes. As Geddes is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He has 6 home runs on the year, and he's batting 2 something.
Geddes?
Yeah, 273.
13 RBIs. Wonder how many of those came with his home runs.
Well, at least 6 of them did.
That's, yeah, at least 6. they're all 2-run homers, that's means only one.
Starts him off with a breaking ball. Strike one to Geddes.
So on the mound is Becker, right?
No, Adams.
Oh, sorry, Adams. I looked at the lineup and went with the back of his jersey number. Lance Adams, who is 4-1 in 3 complete games, has struck out
Ball low.
45 coming in. So add another what? 1, 2, 3, 4.
2, 3. 3 of them.
Is that a strikeout?
1,
Is that
2,
one?
3, 4. Correct. I stand corrected. Always
So,
good to have an announce partner.
yeah,
Point. Picking up each other.
trust me, it is.
Yes.
I do basketball alone this past year.
Geddes strikes out again, so that's the 5th strikeout for Lance today. Brings up number 28, Chris Morris. I don't know if Chris Morris is the left fielder or right fielder. I think Klusterman's in right, though. I believe I misspoke earlier when I said Morris is in right. Starts him
Well,
off with another curveball.
Well, this time I'll pay attention when they run out to the field, which way number 28 goes.
Yeah. Well, we know Amato's playing second.
Alan Boss behind the plate.
Allenboss behind the plate. Bogart is DH.
He's DHing 4.
I don't know. Grant is the pitcher. Senior's third base. Geddes is shortstop. Morris, I believe, is right field or left field.
I thought he was sent. Oh, Drew Jenison. That's
Drew-
who
yeah, he's-
Bogart's batting
For
for.
Jenison, that's correct.
There's a fly ball lifted center field.
Easy put out for Smith.
So Morris is first, right? Or would Klusterman be first?
No, Steve Smith is first,
Steve Smith is first.
and Morris is either left or right field. I believe he's left field though. He's right field, so I was correct earlier. That means Klusterman's in left.
And that means Steve Smith is up to bat.
Starts all 3 batters out so far with the breaking ball. Maybe that's Jenison's weakness today.
It is
Expecting the
without a doubt.
fastball and
Yeah.
getting curve. That's good placement actually by Adams there, throwing it up and in, or up and out. See
Yep.
if
See if he'll chase it.
exactly
With it being a fastball.
inside corner.
Wow. Looked on the TV on that one, and
That's good placement
that's close.
as we're looking from our behind the plate cam.
Well, that's interesting. 2 breaking balls inside, immediately followed by 2 outside and high.
Strike 3. That's number 6 for Mr. Adams today.
He has surpassed the 50 strikeout mark. That's number 51 for him on the year.
At the end of 3.5 innings, it's 0-0.
So would Adams be their ace, or would Yipama be considered the ace?
I believe Adams the ace.
Adams is the ace,
And
because he's 4-1.
there's a lefty.
Yipama is 5-0.
There's a lefty I believe is throwing next game. Meyer, I believe.
Mumal?
No, Ben Meyer. I believe
Ben Meyer?
I believe he is throwing the second game.
He's 3-1. Well, these team totals aren't updated either. According to this, there's 16-6.
So that hits the backstop. Nice little echo.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah. Oh,
the problem with Jenison playing on Tuesday, they had to use pitching. I believe Geddes and Grant threw. Actually, I know
it was a doubleheader?
No, that was the game against the 14-inning game against Holland.
Oh.
So, I believe both of them threw. And then they had to come back on Friday and throw again.
Yeah.
So,
Well, once again, if you want a copy of this baseball game, almost called it a basketball game. This baseball game between these two teams, your son is on this team. Just give us a call at WCET at 669-3332, or you can go to our website. It's www.wcet-tv.org. You can also go to the Georgetown Township Library. Right inside the main entrance there, there's a box underneath the TV on your right, and fill out a form. You provide us with a tape, we'll copy it for $5, and if you want us to provide the tape for you, it'll be $12 as well. Also, thanks to the Grand Valley Advance newspapers for their support with the station, also with the Grand Rapids Global Internet Group, got that right first time around without asking, for their help with our website.
3-0's the count on Vance Narden. He is 0 for 1 with a flyout to Drew Jenison. Vance is the catcher. Taking all the way in 3-0 pitch there.
Do you expect different looking lineup? I know there's a left-hander for Jenison, left-handed batter.
That's a fly ball. There's a lot of running room. Got it right that time. And Steve Smith can't catch up with it.
A lot of roaming room.
Yeah.
Run to room.
Run
to room. Go home and say that 10 times.
The only difference in the lineup, I think, for Kentwood, they might put Danilo in at first base. Danilo is their pitcher, and he's had some ARD problems, so he's not pitching. He's playing first or DHing. So he might go in, or Ryan Torres might go. As the ball gets away from Geddes, it's going to be error on Geddes, but they might also call it an infield hit because it looked like he beat the throw.
No, that's got to be an error. In my book, it does, because throw would have made it close. And I think if the throw was there and they called him safe, it would have been considered a base hit. It would have been one of those.
I think he was already there, but
yeah,
nevertheless, still going to go as an error.
In our book.
Yeah.
Or in my book, it goes as an error.
There goes Vance. That's a fly ball right center field. Drew Jenison catches it. This could be a double play.
Nope. Wow. For a minute there was almost 4 base running. He didn't go halfway. He went all the way.
Holman's nice. That hung it up there. Didn't know if it was going to drop or be a hit.
It hung up there long enough for Jenison to take over. Both of them were there in time.
Now, if that ball drops, that could have been the first run. Because Vance was already halfway to short, or was already at shortstop when he had to turn back.
And also, I think the way the outfielders converged, if that had gotten by Drew Jenison, there was no one behind Jenison because the right fielder cut
Morris,
in front.
yes.
He cut in front and didn't back him up. So it easily would have been the first run. Could have even been a triple, depending on the speed.
Next up for Kentwood is Ben Bag of Nichols.
Oh,
there goes Narden, flowing to right field. Well, Narden is going to get second base after all.
It's a wild throw on the pickoff attempt, so I believe that's an error on the pitcher. And for what, second time in the game they've got a runner at second?
Yes. Is Kentwood second time threatening. Base hit could open it up. Strike to Ben. Ben is the 5th hitter in this afternoon's ball game.
Good
curveball. Knee buckling curveball. I always got to bust that one out once a game.
The KBC. I'm
No.
going to initialize everything now that we've got the WTP. That was the KBC, the knee buckling curveball.
Well, strike 3 to Ben Nichols there. As that is second strikeout I have for Grant.
I think that's right.
That's a lot of fly balls that are happening today. So,
And of course, Grant coming in has struck out 56 coming in, so 58. Wow, there's a number I ain't seen in a while, and that's the number of strikeouts for Mike Geddes coming in.
I believe Geddes is throwing
7
strike.
strikeouts.
Wow.
And let me get that.
As Perrin's DHing for Lance Adams in this afternoon's ball game, he is grounded out to third today.
Geddes has 97 strikeouts in 64 2/3 innings.
Wow. How many strikeouts? I don't have a calculator, so I can't do the math, but
That's
I'm at about
probably
four
one.
4 strikeouts a game? 5?
Oh, a game? I don't know. That would be 12 games, 97 strikeouts. So
There goes Narden.
that's almost 8.
Throws in time, but not on target, so Narden takes third base. This Kentwood's really threatening.
Yeah.
First time they've had a guy on third this afternoon.
97 strikeouts in 12 games. That's an average of
Oh, wow.
8 a
Yeah.
game.
If this gets through the infield, it's 1-0. Fake steal by Narden.
Good pitch. Just
No.
a little outside.
Narden's trying to disrupt Tom Grant, trying to get him to balk his way home.
He can step back, can he, off the rubber
Yes, he can.
in that position? Because
Yes.
he is pitching from the windup. So all he needs to do is step back. Wow.
And in an all pivotal conference game, we have a lot of Jenison supporters out here. A lot of students.
That's
Drives a
supporters
ground
from
ball,
both
the
teams.
motto. Gets him, so Kentwood threatens again. But the end of the
Nothing going.
4, it's 0-0.
So we'll go to the 5th. No score. Again, before I leave, let's just give more plugs out here. Again, I want to thank Alan Dodds and A&B Color Video for the use of their equipment truck, as the WCET truck is temporarily incapacitated due to mechanical problems. So again, thank you to A&B Color Video. They do dance recitals, concerts, and anything, pretty much. Weddings as well. Again, you can give them a call, 457-9494. Again, that's A&B Color Video. Again, want to thank Advance, the Grand Valley Advance, for posting up our schedule in their newspaper and for their support with WCET. Also like to thank the Grand Rapids Global Internet Group. Grand Rapids Global Internet Group, grgig.net, I believe is what their website is called. Their help with getting our website up and going. Again, that website is www.wcet-tv.org. And again, if you want copies of this game, just give us a call at the station, 669-3332. Go to our website, the aforementioned website, and if you want copies, also the forms are available in the Georgetown Township Library. Just walk in. Again, tapes are $5 if you provide a tape for us, and $12 if we copy it for you.
Or check out your advanced newspaper for the scheduling.
Yep.
Or if you visit the internet site, they also have the schedule on the internet site.
Or you could always come by the station. We are located at Hudsonville High School on the southeast side of the school. Walk in the front door, go into the front office. They will direct you to us. On that note, let's start the 5th inning. And Casey, put that stuff when you're done with it in the truck or in the van, and I'll pick it up later. And hopefully Jenison can pull this one out. Have a good game.
Have a good Friday.
Oh, there's
Roll,
the grip.
left field, fair
Oh,
ball.
Beautiful.
That's going to be extra bases for Kloosterman. Here's the play at second. He's got him.
Busherman didn't run real well.
Stumbled going around first, took a wide turnaround first, and
Is that a...
got him at second. That's an assist by the left fielder.
But before I go, my question is that, would that be the fault of the first base coach or the base runner? Because he
a little of both.
tripped. So he should be aware. The base runner should be aware to come back. But that was, holy cow, I saw chalk fly there. See you later, Casey.
Have a good Friday.
You too.
Thanks. So that puts the first out of the inning. Great outfield play by Winstrom. Got Klusman at second. Klusman took a wide turnaround first, and he stumbled going into second, and that was easy put out. As that's a good pitch by Lance Adams there. Strike two to Amato. Amato steps back in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul tips. If Vance Narden hangs on to that ball, that is strike 3. But he doesn't, so we'll redo it. On deck for Jenison, it's number 18, Steve Ellenboss. Amato is currently 0 for 1 in 2 at-bats today. He walked his last at-bat. That's a pop-up. Looks like it's getting out of play. And it is. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Austin Amato. If Amato gets on the base pass, he's pretty deadly. Good speed. 14 steals and 16 attempts. Through 24 games, of course. Strike 3 to Amato. He has to run. Narden puts him out first. That is the 7th strikeout for Lance Adams this afternoon. Lance is making Jenison hitters guess right now. I believe Jenison only has 3 hits this afternoon. Klusman's hit does count as a hit, and assist by the outfielder, Winstrom. That's a hit by Ellenboss. Good play by the first baseman, Becker. That ends the inning. At the end of 4 1/2, Jenison 0, Kentwood coming up has 0. As this is the fastest game we have done for Jenison so far. The first game seemed like it went about 4 hours when we did Jenison Granville. This game, going into the bottom of the 5th inning, has gone 1 hour and 6 minutes. Great pitching duel we have here going in Kentwood. As Miraz warms up, Grant waiting for Ellenboss to get his equipment on. Ellenboss made the last out of the inning, so has to have time to put on his gear. Leading things off for East Kentwood is number 17. I think it's Joe Becker. Hang on, let me get some clarification on this. Yes, Joe Becker. Becker's currently 0 for 1 with a strikeout this afternoon. Grant starts him off with the curveball. Due up for Kentwood is Joe Becker, Joe Yitma, and Jeremy Smith. They're 0 for 3 so far in this afternoon's ball game as Becker takes the ball. Curveball high. Grant has thrown an equally as good ball game as Lance Adams this afternoon. He's only given up 2 hits, I believe, so far. Foul tip by Becker. Correction, he's only given up 1 hit so far. Fly ball in back of us. It's 2-2 to the batter, Becker. If you're a hitter, you got to be guessing what kind of pitch he's going to throw. You foul off his fastball, and I think you look for a curveball here. Some of them 2 straight fastballs. There's the curveball. Pop fly just right in back of me. So we'll do a 2-2 over again. Becker hanging tough. He doesn't want to strike out again.
I got Coke in there, Al. Fire. What do you want?
Gatorade
Gatorade, if there is one.
or Coke?
You take. I got Coke machines right inside the door.
That'll work.
Thank you.
You want another? You want another Coke while I'm in there?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Ball 4 to Becker. That's going to lead things off for Kentwood. That is the second walk issued by Grant, who also has 2 strikeouts this afternoon. Joe Yitma's the hitter. He flew out to Austin Amato last at bat as he shows sacrifice and pulls back, ball 1. Kentwood trying to move the runner in scoring position, see if they can score him. Maybe they can win. Someone might win this game 1-0 with the great pitching duo. As Becker gets back in time on a throw over. Good shot of our batter Yitma there. Good shot of Butler. Tries to sacrifice, goes foul to the right side. Counts 1-1. Now if you're Jenison, you're playing in. Joe's trying to sacrifice to the right side of the field because Senior's playing awfully close. Grant's worried about the runner Becker over at first base. Second time he's thrown over there trying to pick him off. Here's the pitch. That's a pop bunt in the air. Grant's going to tag him. He gets the job done. Not the prettiest bunt, but it gets the job done. Gets Becker over the second base with 1 out. Nevertheless, it gets the sac bunt down and runner over to second, so hitter Jeremy Smith can try to bring him home. Smith is 0 for 1 with a fly out to Drew Jenison. As we have a pitch runner for Kentwood. Number 21, I believe that's Ryan Torres. Ball low to Smith. Kentwood has threatened in the last 2 innings, putting a guy on third, now the guy's on second. Jenison's been able to get out of it so far this afternoon. There's a pickoff to not in time. He doesn't want to get picked off in this situation. Now get you in the coach's doghouse real fast. Strike 2 to Jeremy Smith.
Come on, Smith!
Good lead by Torres. Grant steps off. Doesn't want to make the first mistake in this afternoon's ball game. We've had great weather out here. A little bit breezy, but not playing too much of a factor. Grant's taking a little bit too long for Jeremy's liking. It's a good hitter. That's what you want to do. You don't want to get too lackadaisical in there, and you want to be comfortable, wait for the pitcher to come to you. As Grant steps off again, playing a little, him and Ellenboss can't get the signals correct. Or maybe they're playing a little mind games with Jeremy Smith. Everything seems to be in order now. Getting the signs mixed up a little. Good picture of our pitcher, Jenison, Tommy Grant. Correction, that's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Smith now.
What inning is fifth? Fifth?
Yes.
Come on, Smith. Come on, Jerry.
Strike 3 to Smith. That's the second out this inning. Big strikeout for Grant. Brings up number 1 hitter, Winstrom. As he is 0 for 2 in this afternoon's ball game. Hit would be key here for Kentwood. That's a fly ball, right center field. Jenison brings it in. Great defensive play by Drew Jenison out in center field there as it ends the Kentwood rally in the 5th inning. At the end of the 5th, Jenison 0, Kentwood 0. As Kentwood still only has 1 hit in this afternoon's ball game. The runners came on the single by Lenartz, then a walk to Nichols, but Nichols got the second eventually. Narden got on an error, then a wild pitch, and then he stole third. Then Becker walked, and then Yitmasek bunted him over, and he ended up on second, and that's where the rally ended. So a lot of chances for Kentwood and Jenison this afternoon. Kentwood only has 1 hit. Jenison has 1. See, 1, 2. Jenison only has 3 hits this afternoon. You get 3 hits?
Yeah, three hits for us.
And 1 hit for Kentwood?
Yeah.
Checking my scorer's book with another score. One of the parents off Jenison has the scorebook, so making sure we have the right notes. First up is Reed Bogard, pitch high. Reed is currently 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center field. His fly out was a great poke, but Smith got underneath it, so there's a poke to left field right at him. Misplays it. Great play by Lenartz. Readjust it. That was trouble written all over it. Great acrobatic move by Lenartz out in left field. Wind played a little bit of factor, started right and sliced left. Hooked left in golf. Anyway, great recovery. Brings the first out of the inning. Next up for Jenison's Tom Grant. He's 1 for 2 with a single and grounded out to short. Ball low to Grant. Adam started off with a curveball again. Hard lineup here. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Grant Senior Geddes throws another curveball, strike, 1-1. Ball high. Another curveball, just missed. 3-1 to count to Grant. If you're a hitter, this is the best pitch you want because you know he's going to throw it right down the middle. That's a little high. Gets through there. Well, Tommy picks up another single today in between the second or the shortstop and third baseman. Brings up Senior. Senior is 0 for 1, 2 at bats today. Flew out to the catcher, and he walked in his first at bat. Ball outside to Senior. Senior now trying to start the rally for Jenison, trying to get the first run across the board in this pitching duel. Play it first. Great play by Becker to save that ball from going to right field. 2-0's the count. Nardin's trying to pick off Grant at first. Strike. 2-1 to count to Senior. Thank you, sir. Three ones to count to Senior. Once again, another. As a hitter, this is the count you want because you know he's gonna put it right there. That's ball 4. Puts guys on first and second. Senior's at first, Grant's at second. The last 2 hitters went 3-1. Adams went 3-1 to Grant and walked Senior, so he might be getting a little bit tired. Brings up pitch hitter Adam Wells, pitch hitting for number 29, Mike Geddes.
Go, Adam, put it in play now. Come on, bud, put it in play.
Come on, face it now. Bring him in now.
Strike to Wells. Finding his groove there. Adams trying to stay in this game as long as he can. 6th inning, 0-0 still. He went, strike 2. There's already 1 out in the inning. The fly out with the acrobatic catch. Wenstrom out in left field. 0-2 to Wells. Curveball outside, 1-2. Wells is currently batting .400 this year. With 1 RBI. There go the runners. Safe at third. He missed the tag. That's bases loaded. Wells does his part. Holloman's tried to tag the runner for Grant, Brett Deckinga. He missed the swipe tag. Bases loaded now. as this is Jenison's biggest threat since the first inning when they had bases loaded. First inning they had bases loaded, 2 outs. This is base loaded, 1 out. As Coach Butler wants to talk it over with his pitcher, Lance Adams. Brings up number 28, Chris Morris. Morris is 1 for 2 this afternoon. Line drive to left field and a fly out to center field. Ball low to Morris. This kind of inning Jenison needs right now. Trying to break things wide open. Ball just missed the outside corner. Adams has nowhere to put Chris, so ground ball could turn 2, that'd get him out. Fly out might score 1. Strike 1 to Morris. Morris trying to get the big hit. A fly out could probably score Deckinga. Ground out might turn 2. Morris has some pretty good speed, so that'd be questionable. That's a fly ball, right center field. That drops, it's gonna score 2 for sure. That's 2-0 Jenison. Great piece of hitting by Chris Morris as he gets 2 RBIs there. Good poke out to right center field. He went with the pitch and got it. Out the right center field, that's what you want to do. So that puts runners at first and third with 1 out only. As Zimba's gonna pitch it for the batter, Steve Smith. Number 23, Jason Zimba is gonna pitch hit for number 32, Steve Smith. Zimba's batting .233 this year with 5 stolen bases, 5 RBIs. Zimba has 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts. Good news for Kentwood, he does not have a home run. He's a line drive hitter. Caught the outside corner, strike 1 to Zimba. Minute on first and third, 1 out. Coach Cook giving the signs. Ball outside. Almost picked him off at first. Good awareness by Lance Adams there. Morris better be careful.
Come on, Simba.
There, sacrifice bunt. Zimba misses. The rundown. Wells is in the rundown. There goes Morris. Oh, great play by Kentwood. They got Wells on the rundown on the missed attempt. Then they got Morris, got caught in the base path, got thrown out at third. Great pickle move by East Kentwood. Good execution. That's not going to sit well with Coach Gary Cook. The base running blunders right there.
If you want to stay informed of what's happening in your community, then your Grand Valley Advance newspaper is what you've been looking for. This weekly newspaper is packed full of area news stories, sports, syndicated columns, recipes, classified ads, announcements, display advertisements, coupons, and of course, garage sales in the community. Your courteous delivery person cheerfully brings your Grand Valley newspaper every Tuesday, and WCET would like to thank the Grand Valley Advance for their support through the years. The Grand Valley Advance is your weekly community newspaper.
Morris. And Wells, we'll call it 5-3 after a long pickle. So Kentwood trying to get another hit. They haven't had a hit since the first inning. Due up for Kentwood is Leonards, Vance Narden, and Kyle Hollemans. 2, 3, 4 hitters. And it gets up number 31, Ben Nichols. As we have number 24, Brett Deckinga playing shortstop. Mike Geddes moves over to first base. I'm pretty sure those are only changes for Jenison there. That's foul ball back of us. Mr. Zimbo. Mr. Zimbo. Where's Jason playing? Oh, he's not? I was playing outfield, sorry. That's foul ball. Alan Boss could get this if he hurries. Just out of play. Actually, I had no shot of it. I thought it was going to stay in. Anyway, strike 2 to Leonards, who has the only hit of the day that came in the first inning, so he's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to Austin Amato. Ball outside, good placement by Grant there. Seeing if the hitter would chase. Hitter has to protect with 2 strikes. Foul tip by Leonards. Allenboss just couldn't quite hang on. 1-2 the count to Leonards. As Kentwood has to rally. Jenison wins, they win the OK Red Conference, regardless if they win the second game or not, even though they want to. If they don't win the second game, they tie with Granville, assuming Granville wins both their games today. Then Leonard starts it off with a single up the middle. He has only 2 hits for Kentwood. If Jenison wins both the games today, they win outright. If Jenison loses 1 game today and Granville wins both theirs, they win the OK Red Conference. If Kentwood wins both games and Granville wins both games, Kentwood and Granville tie. So Kentwood trying, not going down without a fight. That's a fly ball. That's dropping left field. Men at first and second now. Narden, first ball hit. Kentwood rallying again. Brings up number 27 and the cleanup hitter, Kyle Hollemans. Hollemans is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to center field. First pitch strike to Hollemans. Here in the 6th inning. Jenison 2, Kentwood 0. Curveball broke too much. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. Hollemans coming into this game. Let's see here. Has 3 home runs. There's a fly ball to right center field. That's gonna, it drops. We are gonna have to play at the plate. He's thrown out. It drops, but Kentwood does not score. So Kentwood still has runners at first and second. Leonard should have held up at third, but he went home and got thrown out. So there's one out this inning. Men in first and second, though. There's been 3 hits off Grant this inning already. Brings up Ben Nichols, the 5th hitter. He is 0 for 1 this afternoon and has a walk and a strikeout. Swing and a miss by Nichols. Now Leonard's, he thought that ball was going to be caught by Drew Jenison, so he had to hesitate. That little hesitation got him thrown out at the plate. Not really runner's fault there, but you have to tag up if you think he's going to catch it. The ball ended up dropping, and he tried to score anyway. That hesitation cost Kentwood the first run, but like I said, it's not the runner's fault. You got to catch it, you got to tag up. Grant's ready, Nichols is ready. Ball in the dirt. Nichols didn't chase after the Grant offering. Good curveball, though. Grant threw it where he wanted, and I thought Nichols was going to swing there, but he held up nicely. He might come back with that same pitch. Allenboss is ready. Strike 3 to Nichols. That's the second out this inning. This would be huge for Jenison. They can get out of this inning. Brings up the DH in this afternoon's game, Perron. Starting to have papers fly away here. Kentwood desperately trying to get a run here. Strike up high. Perrin helped him there. Grant overpowering Perrin. There goes the runner.
Yeah.
He beat the throw. Narden beat the throw. That's the second stolen base in this afternoon's game. Holloman's moves up to second. Narden's at third. Holloman's at second with 2 outs. A hit could score 2. As Kentwood again this inning threatens. Kentwood has threatened in the 5th, the 4th, and in the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th inning so far they have threatened. Good lead by Narden there. Maybe Grant's worried about it. Threw that one up high. Grant from the windup. Good curveball, strike 2. The reason Grant's in the windup is there are 2 outs. And if the runner steals home, Allenboss can just tag him. If he's in the stretch, it's a little bit harder. Because anything can happen when he's in the windup because he has more velocity on the ball when you're from the windup. From the stretch, you don't always go from the stretch now. From the stretch, you don't have quite as much velocity on the ball. Pick off to second. When you're in the windup, at second and third, as soon as he steps back, you can get your lead off. When he's in the stretch, you have to wait to see if he's going to throw like he just did to second, or he could throw to third.
Put it by him now.
Strike 3 to Perrin. Grant gets out of it. Okay, and the last two batters, Perrin and Nichols. So at the end of the 6th inning, it's Jenison 2, Kentwood 0. Grant has 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts this afternoon. As Adams goes back out for Kentwood. Adams has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts this afternoon. As we don't know who's leading off for Jenison. We don't know if it's going to be Steve Smith or not. Okay, we do now know who's leading off. It's number 24, Brad Kloosterman, leading off. No, Kloosterman's in the hole. Deckinga's leading off. Once again, I misspoke. Deckinga's leading off. Kloosterman's on deck. Amato's in the hole. I'll get it right eventually today. Top of the 7th inning. Jenison's up 2-0. Deckinga's hitting 300 this year. See how many at-bats he has. In 24 at-bats, in 24 games, he has batted 300. 24 at-bats, he's batting 300. That's pretty good. So Zimba's at bat does not count last inning. And Deckinga is up. Strike 1 to Deckinga. I believe it counts 1-1. 0-2. Staying corrected. Good placement by Adams. Wants the hitter Deckinga to chase it. As a pitcher, if you go 0-2, you want to throw that third one high, see if they go after him. So, strike 3. And Deckinga's going to be on first. Narda cannot handle the throw. So it does not count as an out, but it does count as a strikeout. As Deckinga is now on first base. Brings up number 27, Brad Kloosterman. Kloosterman's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Bunt by Kloosterman. Good sacrifice. Got Deckinga over to second.
Line drive now, you. Line drive something.
So Kloosterman makes the first out of the inning with the batter, number 17, Austin Amato, who is 0 for 2 and 3 at-bats today with a walk. Another intentional walk to Amato. That's 2 this afternoon.
Line drive something.
Amato grounded out to third, had a strikeout, and that's a second intentional walk this afternoon. Brings up Ellenboss, who last time they walked him auto, he struck out, but officially he is 0 for 2 with a walk, so with a strikeout and a ground out to second. So Steve trying to move the runners along. 1 out, men in first and second. Amato's on first, Decking goes on second. Ellenboss is your hitter. That's a fly ball, infield fly. Holloman drops the ball. I think he was in foul territory.
New light, Steve. Come on, bud.
Steve got a gift there.
Drive one here. Drive one here, bud.
The reason that was not infield fly is because it was in foul territory.
Pick your spot, Steve. Let's go, bud.
So Ellenboss has new life. Ball inside. Trying to sacrifice him over, foul ball. It's 1-2.
Steve. Let's go win it, Ellen Boss. Let's win it right here, bud.
Big pitch for Adams coming up. That's a fly ball, left field, right at, he slips, Lennart slips and falls. That is gonna score 1. Decking goes coming around to score. Play at the play, not even close. Ellenboss is in there with a double. Well, after new life, Ellenboss gets a double after Hallamans drops that pop-up. Deckinga scores, and Amato is off over to third. Turned out to be costly error by Hallamans. Makes it 3-0. The Jenison Wildcats. As Adams has thrown a gem of a game so far. As there's still 1 out with Klusserman's sacrifice bunt. Brings up Reed Bogard. Intentionally walks Reed Bogard. Well, that loads the bases. For the hitter Tom Grant, who is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a ground out to shortstop. Ball up high to Grant. Ground ball, third base. He's coming home with it. That's 1. To first. That's high. In the right field. That scores another one. Ellenboss comes home. They almost got out of that. See, that's 5-2. Ellenboss goes to. Wait a minute here. Ellenboss just scores. So Amato is out at home. Ellenboss scores. Bogard moves up to third on a throw to right field. And John Mraz is pitch running for Grant.
senior. This yours right here, bud.
The senior's 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a fly out to second base. Good pitch by Adams. As Kentwood's making everything difficult on me by making all these throws.
Now up the middle.
Don't know who scores and who gets thrown out.
Drive something, man.
It's all right, though.
Take it.
Outside the senior. Two and 2 is the count to senior. Payoff pitch. Ball in the dirt. Good scoop by Narden. That would have scored Bogard for sure if they got by Narden. Strike 3. Great pitch by Lance Adams there. So in 7 innings of work for Adams, let's see here, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. 7 strikeouts in 7 innings for Lance. Grant goes out for the 7th inning. Let's see if he can finish this game. Jenison's up 4-0. Big inning for Jenison there. Blew it open. Kentwood looks like they're a little bit down on themselves. Due up this order unless there's a change. Joe Becker, Joe Yitma, Jeremy Smith. Becker started off everything in the 5th inning with a walk. Kentwood's threatened a bunch of times this game. Still have not put a run across the board. Jenison just in the 6th and 7th inning have put their 4 runs on the board, so 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th.
Red by him now, T. Red by him now.
That's a fly ball left center field. Good put out by number 27, Brad Klusterman. That was a deep poke by Becker. That's 1 out for Jenison in the bottom of the 7th inning. Conference on the line here. Joe Yitma's the batter. Strike 1 to Yitma. Good stop by Ellenboss in the dirt there. One of them wants to count. Grant's taking his time. This is his game. No need to rush for him. Ground ball, shortstop. Oh, gets through. Deckinga could not make the play. So we'll say E6 on that one. Looked like it was good enough to field. Brings up number 20, Jeremy Smith. Smith is over 2 with a fly out to center and a strikeout. Ball in the dirt. Hard backstop, but it's going to get to Yitma to second regardless. Kentwood tried to chip away at Jenison's lead here, as again they threaten. Coach Cook wants to talk things over with Tommy. Probably just telling Tommy that the Yitma in second base run doesn't really mean a lot. I mean, I guess it looks good on the scoreboard, but from Jenison's standpoint, that run doesn't mean a lot. From Kentwood's standpoint, they're trying to get runners across the plate. Ooh. We're having a pitching change. Number 29 might get us. Wow. Mike Geddes is now throwing. Coach Cook's pulling out all the stops, I guess. Get this game in the books. So at the very worst Jenison could do is tie for the OK Red Conference. So Grant goes 6 1/3 innings with 2, 3, 4. With 5 strikeouts this afternoon. Grant leaves after 6 1/3. Bring it up, Mike Geddes. Geddes in 64 2/3 inning pitched has a 1.62 earned run average, 97 strikeouts, and 24 walks. This is his 13th appearance as a starter. Geddes has 7 wins. As a reliever, he has 2 saves. So Coach Cook pulling out all the stops, bringing in his ace, Mike Geddes. So at the very worst they can do is tie for conference. At the very best, win the second game and win it outright. So and Jeremy Smith has a ball on him already. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball right back of us. That's strike 1 to Jeremy Smith. Geddes getting the signs from Ellenboss. Strike 2 to Smith. Smith needs to choke up in the bat a little bit. Choke and poke. Geddes overpowering him right now. Ball in the dirt, 2-2 to Jeremy Smith. Ground ball up the middle. Easy play for Deckinga. 6-4, Deckinga to Grant. Moves the runner over to third base, but now it's a little bit difficult. There are 2 outs. As top of the lineup is up, Winstrom. Adam Winstrom. He's 0 for 3 this afternoon. Ball in the dirt. One of the ones you count to Winstrom as the ball is right down the middle. Allenbosch trying to do a little framework there, try to get strike 2. The umpire's not buying it, so 2-1 the count. Big swing and a miss by Winstrom. Get us from the windup. This is for OK Red Conference right here. Foul ball right back of us. We'll do that one over. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Jenison at worst has got a tie, a share with the OK Red with Granville. Jenison goes out and wins the next game. They win it outright. So your final score in the first game is Jenison 4, Kentwood 0. For our producer, Alan Dodds. For our camera people, I only know one name over there, Carrie Dennis. I'm Casey Ford saying so long, everybody.